call a spade a spade. Earlier on today, we saw the Cabinet Secretary for Labour, Mr. Alfred Mutua, conducting overseas job recruitment exercise at Jesus Winner Church in Roysambu, the most controversial church in Kenya right now, as you all know it. And several things here. First of all, the act itself, the recruitment exercise itself, is not a bad thing to do. It is not morally wrong thing to do. But anything done at the wrong place, at the wrong time, in the wrong way, is the wrong thing. First of all, let's look at where are the interests of the church and the interests of the politicians aligning, because there must be some aligning interests here. We know that politicians don't shoot randomly. They don't waste bullets. They act strategically and tactfully, because at the end of the day, it is their selfish interest that matters. There's no question about the moral uprightness of politicians. We know that the government operations, the modus operandi of the government is outrightly questionable. So there's no one time that we can associate politicians with morality or moral, uprightness. They can never meet the merit of moral obligation. It never happens. So there must be some aligning interest between the officials of the church or the owner of the church and these government officials, these politicians that are making and just raising controversies in this church. I mean, just 2 days ago, the president was there, contributed 20 million Kenya shillings, which is a hot topic right now, as we all know it, and he pledged 20 million more, going forward, looking into the 2027 elections. And this is the point of controversy.
Najua nimelaumiwa mara nyingi sana kwa mambo ya matoleo kanisani. Ninyi mnajua. Si mnajua hivyo? Lakini hii ya Jesus Winner hii. Ndio. Sikizeni ndugu zangu wa Kristo. Wakati tunamtolea Mungu, hatumpatii binadamu. Si ndio? Matoleo tunayotoa sio kwa sababu tunampatia Bishop Mwai. Hatupatii congregation hii, tunampatia Mungu. Si ndio? Na mimi nimejaribu sana kutafuta kwa Biblia. Na mimi ni msomi wa kiasi wa Biblia. Nimejaribu kutafuta mahali inasema ati ukimpatia Mungu unarudishiwa na askofu. Iko mahali? Nyinyi mmesoma? Si ndio jameni? Si tunampatia Mungu? Na wengine wetu, mimi nikiweko, I am a product of giving to God. And I am unapologetic about giving to God. And I do it on the firm foundation of the scriptures. So, Bishop, katika ujenzi wa kanisa letu hapa, mbali na mbali na ile yote tumesema, mbali na kupatiana title deed, mbali na kusema wanajeshi wasimame kando, mbali na kutengeneza barabara, si ndio? Mimi mwenyewe nitatoa milioni 20 kwanza. Ndio. Sawa sawa. Basi mtaanza kupanga hiyo maneno wakati unasemekana mnajenga. Alafu mimi nimekubali pia nitakuja tufanye harambee pamoja. Sawa, Jesus winner. Na hiyo harambee nataka mnisikize vizuri. Si ndio? Nataka mnisikize vizuri. Na kwa hiyo harambee vile huyu Kororia amesema. Huyu Kororia alisema hapa, ako wapi huyo Kororia huyu? Alisema hapa iwekwe polling station hapa ndio msichanganywe na watu wengine, ijulikane nani amesimama wapi. Na mimi kwa hiyo mchango ya kanisa, hata mimi nataka nipatiwe polling station yangu. Nipangane, ndio? Niende nipangane mimi na marafiki zangu. Nasikia Bishop? Niende nipangane mimi na marafiki zangu tutafute milioni 100.
There's a lot of accusations against this church, but let's just dwell in this particular case here. Why would the government choose a religious premise, a religious facility to dispense its services to the public? It is the duty of the government to dispense its services to the public. It is its obligation, because that's what we employ them to do. That's why we elect them. But choosing a religious facility to dispense these services is not only discriminatory but also marginalizing. Would the same officials conduct the same exercise in a shrine, the traditional African religious space? Would they? Would they do the same in the Church of Satan? Would they do the same in the Freemasons Lodge? You see, and that's why we always talk about the separation, or the need to separate the church from the activities and the operations of the state. But where vultures converge, there must be a carcass. It's just logical to reason that way. So we know that this is a move by the government to get votes or to manipulate the people, just hoodwink the people to vote for the same in 2027. And it raises a lot of questions, because we've been talking about corruption in this country and we never really get to the bottom of it. We never really elicit the whole cycle, the whole practice of corruption in this country. And this just happens to be one of it, happening right under our noses. You know, it's like an open secret. So the thing is, we know that Ruto and his brigade are as desperate can be for 2027 elections, or for the re-election in 2027. But we, the watchdogs, the critics, we're gonna be out here and paparazzi will be pointing its lenses on you, and we not gonna rest as long as you're jumping up and down and doing all these shenanigans, all these fishy shady deals, and playing with our minds and perpetuating the cycle of corruption. We're gonna be at your nose, and we're gonna report it for what it is. We will call a spade a spade. And this particular case, this particular practice is condemnable, totally unacceptable, disgraceful. Yes, that's what it is. So, Cabinet Secretary Bwana Alfred Mutua, you are very wrong. You and Ruto, very wrong in this one. You got it flat, zero. But we're going to be watching. And even as this happens, what is our responsibility, we as the citizens of this country? What are we doing to curb and avert this corruption that we always talk about? And you see, the thing is, when you talk about corruption, the people, the ordinary citizens, are the ultimate losers, and the politicians and the government officials are the ultimate beneficiaries of the same. So when we let these things happen and we run for the cheap, gifts and the coins that they throw at us every time, they call us for the rallies and whatever else, we are the ultimate losers. So we have to be very vigilant and we have to be honest with ourselves. But at the end of the day, it is the responsibility of the government, it is the duty of the government, it is the obligation of the government to dispense services to the public without discrimination, without marginalization, without locking some groups of people out of it, because it is their right, their absolute right. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and remember to share, follow, and subscribe.